Good morning, everybody. How was that? Did you enjoy that video? You're going to hear a lot of it. That video will be playing over the course of the next few days every time we have an announcement or a signing or a special speaker or a panel. So when you hear that video, get up to the Canada Pavilion and take part in the celebrations we'll be doing. Alors, bonjour à tous. Je m'appelle Yann Mackay, PDG à Investir au Canada. Et je vous souhaite chacun et tous la bienvenue ici au Pavillon du Canada à Collision 2019. Folks, we are so excited to be here and to be joined by so many partners from across the country. I think we have 28 partners from our cities, from our provinces, from departments of the federal government, business associations. We couldn't have done this without you, but we did this for you. We built this pavilion to be your house for this week, to celebrate and to showcase what is becoming an extraordinary world, a story in the world of technology, and that is Canada, and this week is Toronto. For those of you who saw Paddy Cosgrave on the stage last night, the founder of Web Summit and then Collision, you know, he told a story that 5 years ago, a number of people were begging him to come and have a look at Toronto, have a look at Canada. He didn't think there was much to see. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Paddy Cosgrave and his team maybe made the best decision they've ever made by coming to Toronto, bringing Collision here, and we're looking forward to a long, successful run here at Collision. So to our city partners, our provincial partners, our partners of the federal government, thank you. But I also want to give a big shout out to my team at Invest in Canada, many who are here today, many who are still back in Ottawa. They've been working long days, long nights, long weekends for weeks and months. So if I could just have all of you give a shout out, a round of applause to the team at Invest in Canada who have done an extraordinary job to build this pavilion. Thank you. You know, there are a few of us in technology ecosystems of my vintage, a few years under the belt, and we've seen over decades actually the best and brightest in Canada who chose to go elsewhere to ply their trade. The most innovative minds, the most creative minds. They chose to go elsewhere to build their companies, to invest in companies, to work for big companies. Well, folks, the tides have turned. Canadians are staying here in Canada. Canadians are coming back from all over the world to participate in this extraordinary technology ecosystem that we have, and they're bringing friends, and they're bringing companies, and they're bringing capital, and they're bringing talent. You know, there's a data point that we like to talk about, and I think it's important for all of us to understand. Just over the past few years, two cities in Canada, Toronto and Vancouver, have had a larger in-migration of tech talent than Silicon Valley, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. combined. So just think about that for a moment. Possibly the biggest shift from brain drain to brain gain in Canada's history. So we need to embrace that and promote it and make sure it's not a blip on the radar, but an ongoing trend. Canada has done so many things, literally over decades, to provide a platform and environment where what is happening now is not an overnight success. It's a result of sound public policy. It's a result of great educational institutions. It's the result of great showcasing of Canada, and it's all coming together very, very beautifully right now. Canada has demonstrated true global leadership in so many areas of technology. The list could go on, but we can talk about fintech right here in Toronto and across the country, clean tech, agricultural technology, AI, autonomous vehicles, cybersecurity, on and on and on. Canada is not just a follower, but a global leader. And we were recruiting smart talent, we're recruiting smart companies, and we're recruiting smart investment to fuel the growth of all those sectors across the country. Invest in Canada was set up specifically to put Canada on the global stage to recruit more global capital into Canada across a variety of sectors. But we're so happy to be participating this week in Collision, which I think will become the greatest, most impactful tech celebration that Canada's ever seen. A note for those of you who are new to Canada, we welcome you here. Maybe the best kept secret is that in 2018, at a time when the world was going a little bit crazy and maybe closing in on itself, Canada was able to attract more foreign direct investment than ever before, a 60% increase year over year in FDI in a world where FDI globally was trending downwards by more than 20%. So the word is out. If you open your borders to the smartest and best talent in the world, if you have sound banking, legal, university ecosystems, the world will listen, the world will come, and we're experiencing that every day right now. So I want to thank you. This house is your house. This Canada Pavilion is for you to use. Have your meetings here. Bring your friends here. Bring strangers here. Talk about it. We have meeting rooms. We have beverages. We have staff here who are going to answer every question you might have. We have some interactive panels that you can see. That if you want to find out more about Canada, go up to the panel, talk to it with your fingers, and it will tell you all you need to know. We'll be having a succession of investment announcements, MOUs, signings, panel discussions right here on the main stage of the Canada Pavilion. So thank you again for your participation here this morning. Spend as much time as you like here and bring as many people as you want. We want to see the world come to Canada through the Invest in Canada Pavilion. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Bonne journée.